Tonight's pregame sponsor is Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Alongside Andrew Collinsworth, I'm Evan Skilleter, and tonight we're in Bluffton for a big-time Northwest Conference showdown between the 12-6 Pirates and the 8-7 Columbus Grove Bulldogs. But Andrew, it's not the overall records we're looking at, it's the conference record. And we'll talk soon about what this game means in terms of the conference standings. But why don't you talk to us a little bit about both teams?
Yeah, they're both very solid teams coming into this one. Like you mentioned, 12-6 for Bluffton, 8-7 for Columbus Grove. And I'm really excited to see what Bluffton's going to come out and look like tonight. They probably have a little bit of revenge on their mind because last season it was actually the Bulldogs who knocked out the Pirates in the OHSAA playoffs, and they beat them earlier in the season too. So they're trying to avenge those two losses, come out of here with a win, and play a little bit of spoiler here in the Northwest League.
So 2-3 in the Northwest Conference for the Bluffton Pirates. They do not have a title to play for tonight, but on the other side, Columbus Grove with a win does clinch a share of the Northwest Conference title. And there's a lot going on around Northwest Ohio when it comes for the Northwest Conference. Spencerville, one loss in the conference. They're off tonight. They've finished their conference schedule. They have clinched a share of the title. Crestview, one loss in the conference. They play LCC tonight, who's a very tough test. Nothing guaranteed in that one. And then, of course, the Columbus Grove Bulldogs, 4-1, also a chance to clinch a share of the title tonight here in Bluffton. It could be a three-way title. It could be a two-way. It could be just one NWC champion, and we will find out later on. Please stay tuned. Tip-off coming up after this on WOSN, where your pregame has been sponsored by Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Welcome back to Bluffton High School, where your scoreboard is sponsored by Calker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at calkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. Welcome back as the starting lineups are being read here at Bluffton. We'll get them for you as well. We'll start with the Columbus Grove Bulldogs wearing the black uniforms. Again, coming into tonight, 8-7, 4-1 overall in the Northwest Conference, and a chance to lock up a share of the title. They start with sophomore Brady Basinger, senior Trenton Barraza, junior Trenton Baxter, junior Landon Best, and senior Kyle Hopkins. On the other side for the 12-6 Bluffton Pirates, they start with senior guard Merrick Donaldson, junior point guard Bean Ginther, junior forward Kane Wright, junior wing Taryn Boblet, and senior forward Blake Summers. Now, we talked in the pregame about how this is a rivalry. Yes, Bluffton doesn't necessarily have a conference title to play for, but there is a lot of pride on the line as we take a look around this gym. Not many seats still open. It's been loud already. Both student sections are super full as you get a look at the Pirate student section on the right, giving high fives to the starters. Now, Andrew, Columbus Grove, yes, they beat Bluffton twice last year. But you think about small schools and you think about rivalries, you often look at all sports, right? Because a lot of these boys will play each other in different sports, football, basketball, baseball. Well, let's not forget football, where Columbus Grove has won 3 straight really big games over the Bluffton Pirates. These two schools do not like each other, and there's a lot of pride in both communities.
No, and that's what makes it great, too, is that feud, right? And there's the old cliche, you can throw out the records when you come to this game. Well, you don't need to. These are both really good teams, and they match up very, very tough against each other, which is why I think that we're going to be in for a classic.
The Pirates perhaps with a size advantage across the board, but this Grove team super scrappy. The only team in the Northwest Conference to knock Spencerville off this season, a day before Spencerville went over to Delphus and beat St. John's and Cam Elwer. So either one of these teams capable of a big, big win as Grove tips it over to Bluffton. Donaldson almost travels, pulls up, mid-range jumper, no good. And that's how this game starts as the rebound pulled down by Brady Basinger.
Yeah, Donaldson's not going to be afraid to shoot the rock. comes in with well over 100 3-point attempts on the season, so every time it hits his fingers, be ready for him to let it fly.
Landon Best on the wing. Passes it up top with Trenton Baxter. Baxter, good feed underneath to Brady. Basinger hits the reverse. Early 2-0 lead for Columbus Grove on the Hawker Drywall scoreboard as the Pirates work to break the press. Dangerous spot as Boblet waits, able to get it away. Now the three is good from Donaldson. Three-pointers tonight sponsored by Webb Insurance Agency, and now a steal at the other end. Donaldson will back it out as Coach Boblet gives instructions to his squad. Now Bean Ginther. Kane right at the elbow, right to Summers. Summers mixing it up down low, able to finish over Trent Barraza.
A little bit of a height mismatch there, but don't be mistaken, Trenton Barraza is one of the best athletes in the area, so it's going to be a tough matchup all night for both those guys.
Barraza just a bit hobbled by an ankle injury. Got to talk to him yesterday, and he said he would not miss this game for anything. Not surprising, but it's his teammate, Trent Baxter, with the bucket. Baxter's first of the evening. He averages 11 points per game. Pirates break the press. Tough spot to pick it up. Boblet gets it to Donaldson. Coach Boblet calling for the horn set once again. Pirates spread it out. Now Wright backs up. Boblet, empty side screen, but doesn't use it. Donaldson, he takes it inside. Left-handed scoop, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and the referee, Dick Anderson, under the basket, says Pirate basketball.
It's a really long possession there for Bluffton, just being nice and patient, waiting for the open look there. They're able to get a second chance here. Got to make the most of it.
Now Wright in isolation. Throws it out from the help. The three's good. And that is Taryn Boblet, 38% three-point shooter, knocks that one in and doubles up Columbus Grove. 8-4 Pirates lead on that Webb Insurance three-pointer. Now Barraza. Outside for Hopkins. Hopkins back to Barraza. Three on the way. That misses everything, and that gets the Pirate crowd fired up.
Yeah, you don't want to add any fuel to the fire there. They're going to take advantage of it. You can feel some home court advantage early on.
Columbus Grove in a 2-2-1 look. Full court pressure. Pirates get it into Ginther. About 5 seconds here to get it up the court. Now they do. Now a nice pass, good catch. Up goes Summers. A tough one there and a huge score from the Pirates breaking that press. And right now, not looking too put off by that 2-2-1. Here's Hopkins, hands it to Best. Best to the right. Now Barraza hasn't found much space here tonight so far. Right, guarding Baxter, and Baxter gets right on his butt. Can't finish, still trying, goes up, he's fouled and scores. Big bucket there from Trent Baxter. Summers tacked with his first foul, and we'll have some Springfield Fireworks free throws coming up.
It's a nice job there, not giving up on the play. You see him miss the first attempt, and he's probably a little bit mad at himself, but that didn't stop him from continuing through the play and gets a chance at a three-pointer and converts it.
Free throw good for Trent Baxter, 69% free throw shooter. He has 5 points, cuts the lead to 3. Pirates working it up patiently. Donaldson over to Ginther. Coach Boblet again, back to that same set. The horn set, two bigs on either elbow. They call it Horns keep, and well, Summers keeps it. Now kicks it out, three on the way. Ginther misses everything. Brady Basinger quickly the other way. Best, passes it ahead, but it's over the head of his receiver, Trent Barraza. (10-7) the Pirate lead on the the Hawker Drywall scoreboard. Pirates get it to the middle of the zone again, breaking it no problem. Calling over swing, says Coach Boblet. And that one taken away, well read. And up for the layup is Kyle Hopkins. (10-9) now, 3:15 on the clock in the first quarter. That one last touch by Hopkins. Another nice job reading the play and knocking one away.
That's what the first time really that we've seen Columbus's Grove zone defense cause a little bit of trouble for the Pirates so far. They got that steal and score. Then right there, being able to get in the passing lane, just disrupt the rhythm of this offense is going to be key for the rest of this game.
Ginther backs it out. Under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. And they're still just hanging out. Ginther now 1v1. Nice stop, goes up, and the foul's called. Ginther just stopping on a dime right there to get his man in the air.
It was a nice move and gets rewarded with 2 free throws out of it. 73% free throw shooter, and man, he's been efficient from the field as well. 54%, the junior guard, averaging just under 7 points per game.
Tonight's free throws are sponsored by Springfield Fireworks. Springfield Fireworks, a one-stop shop for the largest selection of fireworks and novelty items, open 7 days a week, 9 to 7. Ginther gets the first to fall, second one on the way. That one goes as well. Pirates out to a 12-9 lead as Kane Wright checks back in. Ginther will take a break. Carter Hohenbrink also into the game for the Pirates, replacing Taryn Boblet. Grove back to work with Kyle Hopkins, working against Donaldson. High ball screen on the right side, Pirates switch. Deep three from Hopkins, got it! And way downtown, the Webb Insurance Agency three-pointer.
No hesitation though, as far away as he was, he kind of got into that in a nice rhythm there. And when you see a player shoot with that much confidence, very rarely does it not hit the bottom of the net.
Pirates get set up top. Here's Landon Worcester in the corner. Worcester works his way inside. He's got a lot of strength, has it knocked away. Now Summers tries a three, hand in his face. That one's no good. Good rebound from Brady Basinger. Scored knotted at 12. Under 2 to play, first quarter of action. Your first quarter tonight, by the way, sponsored by Thermal Guard Window and Door. That one goes out of bounds. Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. Pirates get one back deep in the corner, right in front of Bluffton girls head coach Adam Burris. Seconds to play, first quarter. Here's Boblet, Pirates break it. Ginther. Carter Hohenbrink, good three-point shooter from the corner, in and out. Like another nice rebound from Brady Basinger, the sophomore, 6'1", 205. Good frame for the sophomore. Uses that strength to grab rebounds well. Now a nice scoop and score from Kyle Hopkins, and Grove now has the lead.
Yeah, after being down early, 10-4, they've really come back well. They didn't get any shaken at all, and they've stuck to their game plan. And what a move there, down low by Kyle Hopkins, spinning to the basket.
Ball taken away. This press causing some problems. Trenton Baxter with the lay-in. Quick run here for the Bulldogs, now out to a 4-point lead, 35 on the clock. Pirates break it. I think Grove's happy to just slow the Pirates down a little bit. Keep everything in front of them. Now Kane Wright. Right, nice hesitation, gets to the basket, and that doesn't fall somehow. Ginther follows up, his shot no good, now the other way. Columbus Grove, Basinger goes up, big boy finish. Ginther trying to go the other way, goes up, shot goes in, but it's an offensive foul. Big time defense from the Bulldogs. And momentum all the way on the side of the black jerseys.
Yeah, 14-2 run here over these last few minutes. Columbus Grove, everything's going right for them, and Bluffton just can't find the bottom of the net. They're not getting that bounce that you would like to get, especially as the home team, but Columbus Grove, to their credit, has done a nice job on defense, slowing them down.
That one almost goes as well. Talk about everything going right. If that would have gone, my goodness. Great first quarter of action from Bluffton High School, and it's Columbus Grove eyeing a Northwest Conference title with a 6-point lead after one. We'll be right back with the second quarter after this on WOSN. Tonight's three-pointers are sponsored by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and Bluffton. And tonight's quarters are sponsored by Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. 18-12, Columbus Grove leading this one at the start of the second quarter. Evan Skilleter and Andrew Collinsworth with you this evening. Megan Sherrick, I tried to put your name together there, Megan. She's to my left on the camera doing such a nice job. Zach Keith down underneath the basket as well, bringing you all the pictures from court side. And just like that, Columbus Grove starts with a layup. Landon Best, his first bucket of the night. 8-point lead. Donaldson has it stripped. Kyle Hopkins. Hopkins, the leading scorer with 7 points, making things happen on the defensive end as well. Flare screen for Barraza, no space. Kicks it back up to Hopkins. Hopkins inside. Nowhere to go. Has to get rid of it. Now does. Congratulations to Trenton Barraza, by the way, who announced his commitment to play football at Defiance next season, but work to do on the basketball court. Merrick Donaldson from way downtown. I think he shot it from Defiance as that goes in. He has 2 threes tonight, cuts the lead to 5. Outside, Gage Sauter. Sauter in the corner now, guarded by Blake Summers. Now Landon Best trying to bobble it down, now spins baseline. Gets it outside, still no space. Good defense from the Pirates. Look at that no-look pass. Barraza can't finish the play. Pirates now, Donaldson steps into a 3. That's short, can't blame him for taking that one.
I'm surprised he got as open as he did on that shot after nailing down his first 2 attempts from beyond the arc and knowing how much of a three-point threat he is.
Corner 3, that's no good. Pirates allow Columbus Grove to march right down the middle of that defense. Nice pass, Summers, easy finish at the other end. Quick timeout taken by Coach Coles. Timeouts tonight sponsored by Metzger Financial Services. We'll take it as well. 5:46 on the clock here in the second quarter. It's Columbus Grove 20, Bluffton 17 right here on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. And tonight's premier sponsor is Simplified Flooring. Simplified Flooring will make choosing your flooring simple. Welcome back. After the Metzger timeout called by Columbus Grove, they made a great run, and then the Pirates with 5 points of their own to cut this to a 3-point lead. Now here come the Bulldogs. Gavin Barraza kicks it outside. This is Landon Best. Pirates thought about doubling. Either way, they will take it away. Donaldson slows things down. Pass over to Ginther. A lot of contact. But well-called game so far tonight. Referees letting things go. Ginther had an air ball back early in the first quarter, but Columbus Grove fans have not forgotten. Summers squares up. Now Boblet. Good patient possession from the Pirates. Now into Summers, trying to use his size. Kicks it out. Kane Wright, good three-point shooter. Kane Wright doesn't shoot a lot of them, but when he does, he is efficient. Over 60% from outside this year on three-point attempts. Game tied at 20. Jim getting loud. Here's Basinger, steps back, gives it to Barraza. Now inside goes Gavin Barraza. Hopkins turns around, that's Landon Best rather. Now Brady Basinger will get tacked with a foul as he pushes from behind. It's number 2 against Basinger. Number 1 against Columbus Grove of the quarter.
And Summers just had position down there on that box out. He was perfectly lined up to get that board, got an elbow to the back there. They're going to call it every time. And like you mentioned, there haven't been many whistles, and that's the way you kind of like it. It allows the pace of the game to kind of speed up, and everything just goes very smoothly when both teams are playing clean.
Ball swung around for Wright. He tries to force it inside, and maybe not the best idea as it goes off of Summers. Gavin Barraza brings it up now, sends it over to Kyle Hopkins. Columbus Grove gets things going, tied at 20. Barraza with the high ball screen. Pirates switch it. Nice little move to get some space. Best kicks it out. Hopkins inside. Baxter, excuse me, and he's fouled. Pirates can't believe it. Both referees close to the play had the same call. That always makes it a little bit easier to stomach.
Yeah, if 2 people are seeing it, that goes to show that they're probably right. Probably got eyes on it. It's a tough angle from up here to be able to tell, but yeah, you got to trust the referee's judgment there.
It's a tough one for the Pirates to swallow as it's number 2 against Blake Summers. Number 1 against the Pirates for the quarter as Landon Worcester checks in for Summers. Springfield Fireworks free throws here from Trent Baxter. No points yet tonight. Free throw up. There's one. Here's the Bulldogs. Sorry. He has plenty of points tonight. He actually leads all scorers with 9. Gives the Bulldogs the 2-point lead. Now Donaldson. He slows down.
I think slowing down might have been a point of emphasis for Coach Boblet there during that first quarter break.
Good defensive play there as the ball gets knocked away and off of Bean Ginther.
Yeah, they got sped up there to end that first quarter out, and that's why Columbus Grove was able to go on that run, because they were doing everything that they wanted to do with their press, and then they were able to go fast on offense, and Bluffton was trying to match their pace and just wasn't working well for them, so they've done a good job slowing things down to try to come back here in the second quarter.
Big bucket there by Landon Best. He gets Boblet to turn around, and he's able to finish through contact. Pirates come the other way, down 4. Right in the corner. Dribbles into the short corner, kicks it out. That's almost into the back court, and it's out of bounds. I think that Ginther was on the line anyway. Columbus Grove making another little run of their own. Up by 4 as Carter Hohenbrink will check in for Wright. Here's Trent Barraza. Backs away from Landon Worcester. Trent Baxter now over to Barraza. Barraza fires. Can't hit. I think that's his first shot of the evening.
It's his first or second. I think he might have had another look in that corner that came up short right there. It's not, clearly hasn't shaken his confidence as he was able to shoot over top of him, but just a little bit short on that attempt.
Right now, Columbus Grove doing a really nice job stripping the Pirates of the basketball. Quick hands, forcing turnovers. High ball screen now. Kyle Hopkins now up top to Barraza. Now Baxter. Baxter inside. Look at him cut through the defense. Not able to finish. Now a foul from behind. It'll be against Barraza. That is number 1 for him. Second against Columbus Grove of the quarter. And Brody Summers will check in. He'll replace Worcester. Columbus Grove kind of shifting into a 1-2-2 three-quarter court look from their 2-2-1 earlier. Pirates move it around. Here's Boblet. Summers has some space. Gets it, swings it over to Donaldson, who takes another deep one, and that's no good. Almost gets it to go, but it's Baxter the other way. Nice pass ahead, and Sauter puts it in. Columbus Grove running the floor well, out to a 6-point lead now. Hohenbrink, Boblet, pass tipped away. Best thought that he hit it off Boblet, but referee says Pirate basketball. Clock cam might have been impacted by that last play. We'll do our best to get you what we can just in case that's out right now. Donaldson for 3, put 3 more on the board. Coach Boblet with the Metzger timeout as Merrick Donaldson hits a big Webb Insurance Agency 3-pointer. We'll step aside with 1:05 on the clock. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's 3-pointers are sponsored by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and Bluffton. Tonight's premier sponsor is Simplified Flooring. Simplified Flooring will make choosing your flooring simple. Welcome back to Bluffton, where we have had a beautiful basketball game. 26-23, Columbus Grove on top. This one's seen just about everything. A lot of good looks from outside, good looks inside. Two teams playing tough defense. Two coaches playing chess against each other.
And I like that timeout there from Coach Boblet. I think that's a good time. After you make a shot, you definitely don't want to go to the bench after they have all the momentum. So he does a good job of making sure that his team has the momentum after that big Donaldson 3, and they're not able to take that into the timeout and still give their team a chance to regroup here for this final minute to try to tie things up.
And a big stop from the Pirates as Donaldson able to prevent the Trent Barraza bucket. Now the Pirates playing for the last shot, 12 seconds on the clock. It's Ginther. Now 9, over to Donaldson. Ginther gets it back, and Ginther gets fouled up top. Grove had 2 to give up one of them. Now with 6 seconds on the clock. Columbus Grove will send Gavin Barraza in for Trent. Add a little speed on defense. Again, Barraza plenty fast, but a little bit hobbled this evening. They get it in. They're going to isolate on the bottom. Ginther, he's fouled with 3.7, so that was the last one Grove had to give.
You might as well give it,
yep,
right?
Absolutely. It's the second against Gage Sauter, fourth against Columbus Grove. 3.7, no fouls to give. They're gonna put a substitute into the game. That'll be number 14. That's Gavin Baxter. Don't have him on my roster here. And the Pirates try to tip one in. Still 1 second on the clock. Chance to shoot it. They do late. Ball doesn't go in, so that's how the second quarter ends. A beautiful half of basketball here in Bluffton, where the Bulldogs of Columbus Grove lead 26-23. We'll be back with some halftime adjustments after this on WOSN. Welcome back to Bluffton, where your halftime sponsor is Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. 26-33, Columbus Grove on top of the Bluffton Pirates here in a big-time Northwest Conference showdown. So big-time, in fact, that Columbus Grove with a win will clinch a share of the Northwest Conference title. And right now, Andrew, they're in the lead, but it's been a close game. And I wonder from you if you've worked out any halftime adjustments either of these teams can look at to help them in the second half.
Yeah, I think Bluffton's done a pretty good job there in the first half of trying to slow their pace down a little bit because they were trying to match Columbus Grove early. But I really think that they need to start targeting Blake Summers down low because they have that big height advantage. And yes, Columbus Grove is going to play scrappy. It's going to be tough to get those buckets inside, but they don't have anybody of that size. 6'5" is what Blake Summers is listed at. So I'd like to see them go down to him a little bit more and try to rely a little bit less on your outside shooting because that can be a little bit streaky, even though Merrick Donaldson did knock home 3 threes in that first half. And for Columbus Grove, it's as simple as continuing to play fast and force turnovers. Once they started to force those turnovers, that's when they went on their run. Bluffton started out the game playing very clean and got out to that 10-4 lead. And then Columbus Grove was able to fight back because they could create those turnovers. So Columbus Grove is doing a lot of things really well right now, especially there in that second quarter and to close out the first quarter. But Bluffton can really get back into it if they're able to get it down low and take advantage of the easy points there.
Thank you, Andrew. Again, your halftime adjustments tonight sponsored by Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392 to see how those adjustments look in the second half. After this break, you're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Welcome back to Bluffton, where your scoreboard tonight is sponsored by Hawker Drywall. Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. 26-23, that scoreboard reads as we begin this quarter. And the Pirates with a quick three-pointer, no good, but rebound to Bean Ginther. Now Donaldson. Summers couldn't handle the pass, so he goes inside, pulls up. That's no good off the glass. Ball free. And it's Columbus Grove basketball. I want to remind you that your quarters are sponsored by Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. Now Barraza tries to find Hopkins' back door. Instead, hands it off to Best. Now Hopkins gets it at the top, guarded by Wright. Hopkins over to Barraza. Barraza inside, he goes up, and there's his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, I was waiting on that. Averaging 10.5 points per game, third leading scorer for Columbus Grove. And Bluffton did a really good job, to their credit, holding him scoreless there in the first half, but it was just only a matter of time before he started to crack that score sheet.
28-23, the Bulldogs lead. Donaldson inside. Now Boblet, open look. Off the back, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hopkins. Hopkins to the corner. Basinger gets inside, goes up. No good, no call in there. Not enough contact, say all the referees. Hey, we talked about it first half. They've done a nice job tonight. Now Basinger thought he had enough space to shoot, can't convert. Donaldson the other way. Donaldson stops. Donaldson inside, big block. Hopkins says no. Barraza outside for Trevin Baxter. Apologize to Trevin. I called him Trenton the entire first half. Now here's Trevin on the block. Turns, right hand, that's good. A good little shoulder shake to get the space. He has 11. Donaldson picks it up, now goes up top to Boblet. Inside goes Summers. Summers doubled, and a jump ball. It's Hopkins sliding over in help and wrapping that one up. So Pirate turnover gives the ball back to Columbus Grove with the 7-point lead.
We talked about it at halftime a little bit. You did want to see Bluffton try to get the ball into their leading scorer, Blake Summers, but so far, Columbus Grove has had an answer for that on the 2 possessions. He's gotten it down low. They're being very active with their hands. Summers got to get that ball up high, keep it away from down low where they can potentially steal it.
Baxter had it knocked away, then called for a foul on the reach-in. Columbus Grove fans don't like it. I thought I saw it pretty clear from up here.
It's really the first time today that we've had any negative reaction to a call, which is always a good thing. Normally you don't make it very far into the first quarter before that happens, but here we are with 5:23 here in the third quarter, and first time really that they've been upset with the call.
Well, and it happened to be the third on Brady Basinger, so that might play a part in that reaction from the crowd. Boblet gets his man in the air, steps in, now gets him in the air again, not able to hit the jumper, and ball tied up on the rebound, last touch by Blake Summers.
You have to feel at some point in time that those are going to start to fall for Boblet. I think he's had 3 open looks here in this second half and just hasn't been able to make them. But as the game continues on, he's the type of player that you're going to count and trust in to make those shots.
Hopkins misses the 3. That's Landon Best, rather. Right, gets it back to Ginther, now Donaldson. Pirates still trail by 7 here. Donaldson gets enough space, stop the count, now goes up, pull-up jumper, no good. Coach Boblet not happy with that shot. 4.5 on the clock. Barraza pulls up, 3-pointer. It goes! My goodness. Off the back, pops up, goes in, and a big Web Insurance Agency 3 from Trent Barraza, who's got 5 big points here in the second half. With the timeout, will step aside. 33-23, 10-point lead for the Columbus Grove Bulldogs right here on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. 33-23 the score here in Bluffton. Third quarter of action. Evan Skilleter and Andrew Collinsworth with you. Pirates trying to get back into this one. Columbus Grove trying to hold them off and clinch a share of the Northwest Conference title.
It's an interesting time there for Coach Coles to call that timeout, but I think that he wanted to get Brady Basinger onto the bench to try to make sure he stays out of foul trouble for the rest of this one. There he is on that front, that first chair there, getting ready to go back in whenever needed.
Donaldson hits the 3 from the corner. Donaldson now in double figures with 12. Cuts the lead to 7.
All coming by way of the 3-pointer as well.
Hopkins up top. Barraza trying to post up Ginther. Now over on the left wing with Trevin Baxter. Barraza. A little weave at the top, Landon Best. Good defensive possession from the Pirates, but good patient possession from the Bulldogs as they kick it back out to Baxter. Baxter nowhere to go with it. Trying to find space, now spins. Inside, Hopkins off glass and gets it to go.
I'm not sure how Trevin Baxter actually saw him because his face was buried into the defender's chest. But a really nice pass down low and then finishing through contact to get 2.
They get it inside with Kane Wright. Nowhere to go for him. Now Ginther. Worcester. He can shoot. Doesn't shoot often. That one in and out. 9-point lead for Columbus Grove. Best inside. Goes up. Can't finish. Wright just got hit in the head. No call there. Wright stepped into it and he traveled. Pirates give it back. As Wright and Boblet take a seat, replaced by Carter Hohenbrink and Blake Summers. Checking in for the Bulldogs was Gavin Barraza. Summers guarding Best on the wing. Best skips it over to Barraza. It's Gavin. Sauter not able to grab the pass. Hohenbrink gets on the ground, but the Bulldogs keep it. Trevin Baxter somehow able to find Kyle Hopkins. Bulldogs with another nice, long, patient possession. Landon Best inside with his left, pulls up, good looking jumper there. High release over Worcester, and he pushes the lead out to 11. Pirates need to get it across, and they do, but Hohenbrink's out of bounds, and the Pirates have done a nice job being patient, but that time just a little bit too patient, Collinsworth.
Yeah, it looked like they were calling for the 10-second violation as well. He wanted to go to it, or the coaches wanted it to be called, and it wasn't, so they still had to force a pass across half court, and it got tipped out of bounds by them, and another turnover.
I know the answer to this, but listeners might not, so I'm going to ask it. Right? Any relation to other Collinsworth we may have heard of in the past?
Depends on who you ask in my family, but I'm going to say no for now. But if you were to ask my grandpa, he might say that they're from the same area in Kentucky.
Summers with the basket. And he cuts the lead to 9. A timeout taken by Coach Boblet. Will take it as well. 1:26 on the clock in the third quarter. It's a 37-28 lead for the Bulldogs. We'll be right back. Tonight's scoreboard is sponsored by Halker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at halkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. And tonight's free throws are sponsored by Springfield Fireworks in Bluffton, your one-stop shop for the largest selection of fireworks and novelty items. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 7. Back underway here in Bluffton. The Bulldogs in possession, leading by 9. 70 seconds to play in the third quarter. High ball screen for Barraza. He kicks it out for a deep three. No good from Kyle Hopkins. Pirates move quickly ahead. Here's Bean Ginther. Carter Hohenbrink back to Ginther. Worcester inside. Swings it over to Donaldson. Has some space. Not able to get it to go, and Sauter pulls in the rebound. Quickly ahead, Barraza gets behind the defense. Barraza goes up, he gets it to go. Barraza now with 7 second half points. Lead back out to 11. Ball swung around. Here's Hohenbrink. Now Worcester. Worcester backs in, goes up, no good, but a foul on his way up. He'll shoot 2 free throws, sponsored by Springfield Fireworks tonight. Should have expected the second half to bring out some of the jeers from the crowd.
Yeah, fans starting to get a little bit more antsy here. They wanted a travel call and then obviously upset with the foul call.
Now, to be fair, it's happening on both sides of the court. Not picking on one fan base or the other. And this is just how it works, right? It's a dramatic game, a lot of energy, a lot of focus. A lot has gone into this whole season and brings out some emotion from players, coaches, fans alike.
Yeah, we're just hearing more of the Grove side since they're right in front of us. But yeah, you're right. It has been both ways.
And now the free throw goes in, and Carter Hohenbrink called for the foul after the free throw. That's number 1 against Hohenbrink. Number 1 against the Pirates of the quarter, 14 on the clock. Barraza brings it down with 10 on the clock. He goes up, floats it up, no good, maybe a little bit early. Pirates with a chance. Up 9, excuse me. Here's a deep 3, off the glass and in!
Oh my goodness.
Blake Summers at the buzzer with the big bucket. Pulls the Pirates to within 6 as we step aside before the 4th quarter. 39-33, Bulldogs ahead. We'll have the 4th quarter when we return right here on WOSN. Tonight's quarters are sponsored by Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimates. And tonight's premier sponsor is Simplified Flooring. Simplified Flooring will make choosing your flooring simple. Welcome back for the start of the 4th quarter. Quarters tonight sponsored by Thermal Guard Window and Doors. And a big layup to start it off. Bean Ginther with the finish cuts the lead to 4. And that was a huge 3 at the end of that quarter in a game where Columbus Grove, Andrew, kind of felt like they were pulling away.
Yeah, that 3rd quarter was theirs for the taking, and you look up at the end of it and can't believe that it's only a 6-point game because they've played so well. Their offensive foul, Bean Ginther draws the charge.
Good job there by Ginther, getting in good position, drawing the foul against Trevin Baxter. It's his first, an early foul for Columbus Grove. You saw the whole Pirate sideline get very fired up about that take. Ginther with the layup on one end, the charge on the other, and a chance to cut this to a 1-score game.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it looked like Grove was really starting to get control, and now it's a 4-point game. It's just, it's crazy how Bluffton has been able to really stay with them this whole time. And that's the thing about teams that shoot a lot of threes is, one, you have to be able to withstand the runs where you go cold, which they have, but also take advantage of the runs where you go hot. And I would say Blake Summers hitting a banked-in 3 at the buzzer would be hot.
Coach Boblet takes the Metzger Financial Services timeouts. Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit metzgerfinancialservices.com. Also want to thank tonight's free throw sponsor, Springfield Fireworks in Bluffton, your one-stop shop for the largest selection of fireworks and novelty items. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 7. So 7:23 on the clock here in the 4th quarter in a big-time Northwest Conference showdown. We gave it to you earlier in the broadcast, but in case you missed it, the Northwest Conference looks like this. Spencerville on top. They've completed their schedule. They're 5-1 in the conference. They have clinched a share. Columbus Grove, with 1 loss in the conference, could clinch a share tonight if they win. And then Crestview, also with 1 loss, playing a good LCC team tonight. They could clinch a share as well. So we could have 1 champion, we could have 2, we could also have 3. But in this gym, it's Columbus Grove worried about getting things done. Here's Summers. Now Kane Wright against Trevin Baxter. Now kicks it out, Summers deep 3. And just short, it was on line, but a big rebound from Baxter. Here's Landon Best, backs it out. Best hands it to Gavin Barraza. Gavin takes it inside. Columbus Grove has had plenty of patient possessions here today. Inside, backdoor cut, good ball movement, open 3, splash! Kyle Hopkins, 12 points. extends the lead by 3. It's a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Just excellent ball movement there. Barraza was able to get that pass away, but it started with a fake backdoor pass and then the backdoor cut. Then they get their guy open for 3. Hopkins just drilled it.
Summers trying to answer. That's too hard. Wright tracks down the rebound. Donaldson, he tries a deep one. That one's off Wright. Kyle Hopkins with the rebound. Barraza. Back to Hopkins. Coach Coles wants his team to get into a set. Gavin Barraza gets inside, gives it to Trent, who finishes at the rim. And a mini run of their own for Columbus Grove pushes the lead back out to 9.
Looks like a play they might have run in the backyard a few times right there.
Now Donaldson loses it. He was on the line, no call, jump ball. And Columbus Grove gets possession anyway. .5:14 on the clock. Hopkins working against Donaldson. Now they post up on the left side. That fall away jumper, no good from Trevin Baxter rather. Donaldson brings it up. Pirates have to get something going. Boblet inside to Worcester. Worcester, nice pass to Ginther on the cut. He finishes through contact. And we'll have some Springfield fireworks, well, one Springfield fireworks free throw coming up. They're going to get Trevin Baxter with the foul. That's number 2 against him. 2nd against the Bulldogs of the quarter.
And as every shot goes in, as we approach the end of this game, they feel more and more important, but obviously none more important than that one. To be able to stay in this game, it seemed like Columbus Grove was taking advantage of that momentum, and Ginther able to finish through the contact and convert the and-1, keeps this lead at 6.
44-38 on the Halker Drywall scoreboard. Worcester up top. Baxter stops, kicks it out to Hopkins. Hopkins lost the handle. Donaldson outside, thinks about a 3. That's short. Would have been huge for the Pirates, now the other way. Ginther takes some contact, he wasn't there yet. It was a good try, but a great call from the referee.
Yeah, definitely a valiant effort there to try to get in front of him, but he was sliding still. Good call on the block there. So it'll be Trevin Baxter going to the line now. You look at the fouls, and only 1 foul from the Pirates so far in this 4th quarter, so they have plenty to give if they need to foul at the end of this one.
Baxter, a 69% free throw shooter, makes that one. So cool to see a full gym on the last night of conference play here in Bluffton. A game that deserves the attention it's gotten and the atmosphere it's gotten here tonight.
That's something I really appreciate about Northwest basketball, is how much these towns care about the basketball on the high school level. It's special.
Worcester goes up, gets one to go, cuts the lead to 6, and you're absolutely right. So much pride in all these communities. I think fans, for the most part, do a really nice job celebrating these athletes that work so hard every week, every year. All for the love of the game and the love of being on a team and competing. Ball in the corner with Trevin Baxter. Up top, Basinger goes inside, gives it back. Baxter, that pass eventually finds its way to Trent Barraza. Good patience from the Bulldogs as Brady Basinger has it up top. Pirates with 3 fouls to give in the quarter. Obviously don't have to take one now. 3-pointer on the way. That misses everything. Good box from Donaldson, allows Dean Ginther to grab the rebound. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Pirates trying to cut into it. Outside with Boblet, now Ginther. They're trying to post Worcester up. He gets it over to Summers. Summers goes up, can't finish with the left on the right side. Might have lost the handle on the way up.
It was a nice move to get there, but like you mentioned, it did look like he lost the grip on the ball, just wasn't able to get it up and finish.
A foul called up top. That'll be against Summers. Number 3 against Blake Summers. Second against the Pirates. Bulldogs will inbound with 2:30 and change. Hopkins over to Baxter. Now Barraza. This is a very disciplined Columbus Grove team. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Couple open looks for the Bulldogs after nice ball movement. But the Pirates still with it. Donaldson wanted a 3. Now goes inside. Nowhere to go. Has it taken away. Behind the back by Hopkins. The Euro step and the finish. Big boy move. Timeout, Columbus Grove, as they extend the lead to 8 with exactly 2 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. We'll step aside for the Metzger Financial Services timeout. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Welcome back to Bluffton, where your premier sponsor is Simplified Flooring. Simplified Flooring will make choosing your flooring simple. And tonight's scoreboard is sponsored by Halker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at halkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. 2 minutes to play, 48-40. Columbus Grove leads on the Halker Drywall scoreboard. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Both teams with 2 fouls here in the 4th. Here's Taryn Boblet, now Ginther. And Ginther passes to Boblet as he's cutting. Boblet will grab it, and it's over and back. You see one of those almost every game, right? It happens. You try to pass it to a guy, you don't know he's cutting, and it happens. This is just not a great time for that to happen, is it?
Yeah, that's about the most inopportune time you could dream of. Excuse me. And just unfortunate for the Pirates right there, because they really need every possession that they can get. Down 8 with just under 2 minutes.
Bulldogs take a timeout. They were not able to get that ball in, trying to avoid a 5-second call. Again, a thank you to our timeout sponsor this evening, Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit metzgerfinancialservices.com. Hey, we also want to let you know we're pleased to announce new pricing for the WOSN streaming service. For only $8 a month, you can watch WOSN from anywhere, anytime. Sign up today at app.wosn.tv. Also available on Roku and Apple TV. $8 a month for high school sports action. I don't know if you can beat that, Andrew Collinsworth.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
I spend a lot of time in gyms across the country for basketball stuff, and I talk to people about WOSN, the services they provide, the number of games they provide, the number of cameras, the number of broadcasters, and people across this country, they can't believe the amount of high school coverage, the level of high school sports coverage in Northwest Ohio, and the different things WOSN can do. And it's a big thank you to all of the viewers for their support. This is a viewer-funded station. Now the Pirates with Donaldson. Kicks it out to Boblet. Pirates need to get going. Ginther, skip pass. Summers might need to just shoot one up. Gets inside. Now Ginther, good defense from the Bulldogs. Donaldson's 3, no good. Right with the offensive rebound. Pirates with new life. Boblet, he goes inside, goes up, can't finish. He's fouled. And we'll have 2 Springfield Fireworks free throws for Taryn Boblet. Averages 8.3 points per game. Tonight, just 3.
It's a fantastic defensive possession there from Columbus Grove, too, because you could feel the urgency from Bluffton trying to get something offensively, trying to get an open look, and Grove was just closing out very, very well. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get the rebound. And it sends Boblet to the line after the foul.
The first one no good. Worcester will check in. Summers will take a seat. A little defense to offense here for the Pirates. Boblet's free throw, that one no good as well, but Wright gets the offensive rebound. Three-pointer off the right. Columbus Grove with the rebound and a foul called on Wright. It's the first one against Kane Wright. Third against the Pirates of the quarter. Columbus Grove with one timeout left, Bluffton with 2. Bulldogs in trouble. That one sent out. Evidently touched a Bluffton Pirate. No argument from that side. It was hard to tell from this angle, but referee right on top of it. That one in for Landon Best. Best able to swing it over to Barraza. Barraza, deep pass forward, intercepted, but falls right back to Columbus Grove. Not able to finish it, and we've got a foul on the rebound. It'll be against Kane Wright. Number 4 against the Pirates, so still no free throws. Some action under the basket as Kyle Hopkins wipes up the mess. Plenty of bodies on the ground under that basket. Both these teams working so hard this evening, and Columbus Grove right now can taste the Northwest Conference title. If they win this one, they'll share it with at least Spencerville. Big bucket there. Landon Best, maybe the nail in the coffin. Bulldogs fans on their feet. Their girls won the NWC title, and their boys looking like they'll have one as well. A lob, no good. Follow-up is. And we've got the referee stopping play. And it's a book warning, or delay of game warning, excuse me, for Trevin Baxter. Trying to find the most current score. Crestview trailing Lima Central Catholic 42-35 going into the fourth quarter as Wright gets a bucket, but maybe just a consolation. Pirates won't foul. And Columbus Grove, well, timeout taken, so they'll extend it just a little bit. Perhaps will make it even more sweet. This game airing on Saturday, so you'll know by now who the Northwest Conference champions are. We know it's Spencerville. We can be pretty sure it's Columbus Grove, but can Crestview come back and beat Lima Central Catholic? We'll find out, but what a game we had tonight.
Yeah, Columbus Grove had plenty of opportunities to put Bluffton away early, but they just couldn't swat the Pirates away, and their defense was actually their calling card all night, because anytime that they missed an open shot, they were able to respond with a stop and just didn't let Bluffton get back into the game. And right here, they were able to finally extend that lead and, like you mentioned, put the nail in the coffin and put it away.
The inbound, they get it up. And that will do it. Columbus Grove wins this one 52-42 in an unbelievable atmosphere here in Bluffton. Congratulations to Columbus Grove as they move to 9-7, 5-1 in the Northwest Conference. And Andrew, I know you gave us some of your final thoughts, but again, I'll say it. What a wonderful basketball game we had here.
Yeah, we were treated tonight. This was definitely a really, really good matchup. They were even for almost the entire game up into that last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and Columbus Grove ended up just being too much for Bluffton. They weren't able to complete the comeback, and they walk away with that league title.
Want to thank our sponsors one more time: Northwest Ohio Recycling, Hawker Drywall and Plastering, Springfield Fireworks, Webb Insurance Agency, Metzger Financial Services, Thermal Guard Window and Doors, and Simplified Flooring. Also want to thank the Bluffton Athletic Department for their hospitality tonight. Great setup here at Bluffton High School. Want to thank our camera workers tonight. Camera workers is a weird term, I'm sorry, but doing all the work. We just have the fun job, me and Andrew, but doing all the great work tonight behind the scenes. Megan Sherrick, Zach Keith, Nick Fraley doing the editing. And as always, want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to high school basketball on WOSN. For Andrew Collinsworth, I've been Evan Skilleter signing off. Have a great night, and God bless.